Speed is key, or at least that's what I tell myself every time I load up a Grand Theft Auto Online. I remember when I was quite young, and I'd load into this game and just try to find out what the fastest vehicles were. I don't know why, it was always just a competition I had with myself and my other friends to see who could win races and drags and stuff like that. And that's still probably what a lot of people do in Grand Theft Auto Online. The most obvious choice to go for would probably be a Supers, or in some cases even sports cars, like the Ocelot Pariah. Features an absolutely insane top speed. And one of my favorite supercars in the game, which you can see right here, is the Pfister 811, featuring a top speed over 130 miles per hour, while also being a fairly affordable car. Well, in today's video, I'll be showcasing to you one of the most underrated vehicles available in the game. A car you probably wouldn't even have thought twice about, even if I told you the stats of it. So in today's video, we're going to be reviewing it. It's called the Toros, an SUV coming in at a price tag of $500,000. The Toros features an incredibly good top speed of 128 miles per hour. When you think about that, it showcases just how incredibly fast the vehicle is. And it's actually a really nice looking SUV as well, as it's based off of the Lamborghini SUV in real life. So let's figure out what garage we want to send this car to. I'm probably going to send it to my 50 car garage because that's the only garage I haven't completely filled up. So we'll wait for that to get delivered and we'll see just exactly what the car has going for it. Well, here it is, the Toros. I have to say, I'm not a huge fan of SUVs in general. I think they're bigger, bulkier, ugly versions of sports cars half the time. However, I have to say, this actually looks pretty dang nice. First of all, I really like that front grille design. I think it's mean, it's aggressive, and it looks sporty. And even though the side of the car isn't the most pleasing thing to look at, I do have to say I also really like the back design of the car. I usually, personally have to say that the back of a car make or breaks the vehicle for me. The front is important, but whenever I'm driving, I'm obviously looking at the rear end of a vehicle. So if it's got a really ugly rear end, I don't enjoy driving the car all too much. But this car, I actually think it looks nice. It's subtle yet aggressive, and it's got some nice flaring around the side, so I have to say I'm a big fan of how the Toros looks. And as I said, it's only $500,000. So let's start off with the upgrades for what this vehicle has and see what we can make the car look like. I am always a big fan of titanium exhausts, and I actually really like that there. So that's what we're going to stick with. We got some front bumpers we can do. We're going to go for the Carbon Pegassi Street Build. I think that looks really sick. We can do some grille options here. I'm thinking we're going to go with the Carbon Roadster grille. I like the other ones too, but definitely a big fan of that. We got some hood options. I really like the stock hood too, to be honest, but I'm thinking we're going to go with the bevel hood. I really like that option there, so we're going to stick with that one. Next up, we have a light, so let's make them xenon as usual. We do have some livery options. We got your normal striping. We got an orange Toros on the side, some weird, paint splatters. Yeah, gonna be honest, the livery options are not amazing for this vehicle. The only one I'm considering to use is the classic stripes, so that's exactly what we're gonna put on the vehicle. I wish there was a white stripe option because I am a much bigger fan of the white stripes over the black, but that's fine. Sunset red. Ooh, yeah, we're gonna go with that. Sunset red looks really clean on this vehicle. It's subtle yet aggressive, so that's what we're gonna do. We got some secondary colors, and that looks like the striping on the side and the mirrors. Okay. Let's do a matte. I'm thinking a matte black actually looks really nice there. Ooh, but we can also do a cream. Yeah, let's go for that cream desert tan. I think that looks really nice with the color we've picked for the car. Yeah, we're gonna go for the aero spoiler, and then I'm actually gonna get rid, I'm thinking, of the ducktail here. Because I think it looks better without it. So that's what we're going to go with for the spoiler options. Then we got suspension. Do we want to lower it to the ground? Yeah, let's do it. Let's keep it as low as you can go. Transmission, turbo, wheel types. Let's go for, you know what, we're going to go for the Lambo rims. You got it when it comes to a vehicle like this. Let's put on those tire enhancements, and there you have it, ladies and gents. This is our fully upgraded Toros. Yeah, that just looks so nice. I think that carbon matching with the black striping, and then we got this super nice sunset red in there. I actually have to say, this car looks fantastic. I didn't expect to like it as much as I did. As I said, I'm not the biggest fan of the side of this vehicle, but the back, again, I think the back looks really nice. It's subtle, it's got a nice spoiler on it, and I like that roof design too. As you can see, even though this is an SUV, it still has some very, very unique and interesting attributes going for it. And overall, it's great for handling. Because it's an SUV, it's all-wheel drive, which means that going up mountains or any sort of off-roading, this vehicle is going to be 10,000 times better than a lot of sports cars or supercars that are generally rear-wheel drive. And as I said earlier, the Toros features an absolutely redonkulous top speed of 128 miles per hour. That puts it in 4th place for the fastest SUVs, and the only vehicles beating it are all HSW. The fact that this vehicle is only 500 grand and it does that well in the SUVs category is crazy good. To showcase just how fast this vehicle's top speed is, even if you were to put it in the supercars class, it would be around 10th place for the fastest SUV in the game, and once again that is counting all the HSW variants. This car is crazy fast. It features really good acceleration, and even though I will admit the handling is not the best, obviously it's an SUV, so it's not going to handle nearly as well as a sports car or supers car in comparison, but still, it's really not that bad. It's got similar lap time to a vehicle like the Fister 811, and honestly, similar top speed, but half the price tag, which is just crazy good. This week's time trial is Storm Train, which is legitimately the best time trial I could have asked for to showcase the Toros. And that is because this time trial is 38.5 seconds. We start from the waypoint we're currently at and go all the way down the Storm Drain until the end. That's it. You have 38.5 seconds to make it from point A to point B without really any turning. Because the Toros features a crazy good top speed and also great acceleration and grip due to being all-wheel drive, this should be the best possible time trial and way to showcase just how fast the car is. We're going to compare it to a supercar. So 3, 2, 1, go! Full speed ahead. Let's see how we can do. Now, having a very good start is a making or breaking deal when it comes to a time trial like this, because obviously if you have a lot of tire spin and losing maybe a second in acceleration can massively change how fast you can actually beat this time trial. So at this point, I'd probably say we're going up to our top speed. It definitely feels like we're going around 128-ish miles per hour. As I said, the Toros, it's all-wheel drive, and it's got super good grip, so very easily here. We're just gonna keep on going. We got oh, we gotta slow down here is what we have to do. Oh no! Well, I can't really say that was the Toros' fault. That was me going a little too fast. Let's try that again. Full speed ahead, but this time, let's try to not crash the Toros in the process. How are we going to do it this time? Well, I'm trying to think maybe we can jump the car over here, just like that. And then when we make our way to the ending of the Storm Drain, we can yeet it this way rather than how we did it. I might be wrong, but that's how we're going to try it. So full speed ahead. We're at 22 seconds on the clock so far. And again, I'm just going as fast as possible here. Keep going, keep going, keep going. All right, now we just have to slow down a bit, and then we come around here just like that, and yes, there you go. All right, we got $100,000 and beat the par time with 36 seconds on the clock. As you can see, the Toros, it's fast. It's really fast. Let's go pull out a supercar and see how we can compare. This is the Fister 811, one of the fastest supercars available in Grand Theft Auto Online. And we are going to see how fast the Fister 811 can complete this time trial compared to the Toros. So let's start. And the Toros, unless my Xbox remote dies, then actually, the Xbox remote didn't even die. It's still on. Oh, no. Oh, now it's back. All right, let's try this again without my Xbox remote dying. 3, 2, 1, go! All right, once again, a pretty solid start from this vehicle. I have to say, the 811, if you're going for speed, is definitely the way to go. So once again, we're going to ramp the car in the air, just like so, and make our way off towards the side. Now, I do expect the 811 to beat the Toros. It's fast. It's really fast. But I don't expect it to beat it by that much because of the fact that it does struggle on handling, and we actually will have to slow down for certain corners and stuff like that. So let's go. All right, slow down a bit. Keep on going, and we're gonna come across this way and yeet it in. Well, we beat it, but Not by much, that was basically the same exact time. A vehicle like the Pfister 811, one of the fastest cars in the game in the supers category, still could apparently not out-accelerate a vehicle like the Toros, and I'd actually argue that we had better pathing. So, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This is today's video on the Toros. It's a vehicle that I believe is incredibly underrated, an absolute steal for the price tag, and a great car in general. If you're poor and you want to get a great car that's cheap, pick up the Toros. If you're rich and you want to get a car that's really good for the price, and not only that, but just incredibly nice to look at, great upgradability, fast, and everything else, still, get the Toros. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.